Back again with another video of Chapter 5 Decimals, Part 2. A quick recap of whatever we have done in the previous video. Numbers written in decimal form are decimal numbers. A decimal numbers has two parts. We have seen the whole number part and the decimal part. And we also have seen the place value chart. Now here you can see the place value chart. This is the decimal point. The numbers, these numbers before the decimal point are the whole number part, and decimal, after decimal, the numbers are the decimal part. Now the places in whole number part are ones place, tens place, hundreds place and thousands place, whereas just after decimal the place is tenth place, then hundredths place and thousandths place and so on. Today's learning objectives. What we will learn today? Converting unlike decimals into like decimals, arranging ascending and descending order, then converting fractions into decimals, and also converting decimals into fractions. Now let us see how to convert unlike to like decimals and what are like and unlike decimals. Now, decimals which have the same number of decimal places are called like decimals. Now, first of all, you should know what are decimal places. Now, the digits after the decimal point, the number of digits. Now, suppose you can see here, there are two digits here, 2 and 8. So, this number is having two decimal place. So, what is decimal place? The number of digits after decimal makes the decimal place. If it is one digit, one decimal place. If there are two digits, two decimal place. Now in all these numbers, you can see 35.28, two decimal place, 318.75. You don't have to see the before decimal, the numbers, how many digits are there. You have to just see the digits after the decimal. So that makes the decimal place. So here again you can see 75, it is two decimal place, 23.08 again two decimal place, and 5410.11. So this is also having two digits, so two decimal place. So all these numbers are having two decimal places, that is the same number of decimal places, that is 2. So they are like decimals. Decimals which have different number of decimal places are called unlike decimals. For example, 1.95, 431.011 and 309.1. You can see here all these numbers. This is having two decimal place. This is having after decimal there are three digits, so three decimal place, and after decimal one digit, so one decimal place. So you can see here all these numbers are having different decimal places. So such type of numbers are unlike decimals. How to convert unlike decimals into like decimals? You can convert unlike decimals to like decimals by putting zeros to the extreme right of the decimal number. For example, you can see here 2.06, 87.9 and 1144.567. So to convert into like decimal, first of all, you have to see which number is having the maximum decimal place. Here you can see this number is having maximum decimal place. And what is the maximum number of decimal place? 3 decimal place. So you have to make these two also into 3 decimal place. So first one is 2.06 is having two decimal place. You will just put 10 to the extreme right of the number. So it will become 2.060. Now you can see this has changed to three decimal place. The second number, let us see now, 87.9. This is having one decimal place. So how to convert? You have to put two zeros to the extreme right. So 87.900. So this again changes to three decimal place, and this is already having the three decimal place. The maximum decimal place is this number only. So 1144.567. Now you can see here all these three numbers are having the same number of decimal place, that is 3. So you have changed this unlike decimals to like decimals. Arranging decimal numbers in ascending and descending order. What you have to do? Convert the number into like decimals if they are not. You have to see whichever numbers are not in like decimals, you have to convert all the numbers into like decimals. Then you have to compare from the whole number part. Start from the whole number part. The whole number if same, then you go to the decimal places. The first place is the 10th place. If it is same, then go to hundredths place. If it is same, then go to thousandths place, and then arrange them in ascending or descending order. Now let us see this example. You have to arrange these numbers into ascending order, that is small to big. Now first of all you have to do what? You can see here this is having two place, this is having three decimal place, three decimal place and one decimal place. So you have to convert this into like decimals. So the maximum number of decimal place is 3. So you have to convert all these numbers to 3 decimal places. How will you do this? So first one you have to write, you have to put 0 to the extreme right, only 10 because this is having two decimal place. So 0.820, this is already having three decimal place. So you will write as it is 0.028. This is also having three decimal place. So you will write as it is 0.832. Now this is having one decimal place. So you will put two zeros to the extreme right. So it will become 0.800. Now you start comparing. So you can see here the whole number part is all 0. You cannot compare. Now go to the 10th place, that is just after decimal. 8088. So the first number will be 0.028. And you can just underline if you need that you have done this number. Now whatever the number is left, you can just make out if you underline. So you can just underline that this is done. Now this is left 2820, 0.820, 0.832 and 0.800. Now you can see the 10th place is all same. You cannot compare. Now go to the hundredths place. Here it is 2, here it is 3 and here it is 0. So this is the next number. So you write 0.800. You can just underline. Now what is left? 0.820 and 0.832. Now you can see here 0.82 is smaller than 0.83. So you will write next number as 0.820 and the last number left is 0.832. So you have arranged this into ascending order. Now in answer, you can write the number in original form. So if you write it in original form, it will be 0.028, then 0.8, and then 0.82, and the last number is 0.832. Converting decimals into fraction. To convert a decimal into a fraction, we first write the decimal in the fractional form and then reduce the fraction into lowest term if possible. Let us see an example. Convert 0.48 into a fraction. How will you do? Just you have to see the number of digits after the decimal. Now here you can see the number of digits after the decimal point is 2 digit. So it will be 48 by 100 because 100 is having 2 zeros. So how will you convert 0.48? So if you convert 0.48 into fraction, it will be 48 by 100. The number of digits after decimal decides the number of zeros after 1. 1 and 2 zeros because there are 2 digits after decimal. Now you can reduce 48 by 100 to lowest term. To change into lowest term, you have to first find out the highest common factor of the numerator and denominator. Here the numerator is 48 and the denominator is 100. So HCF of 48 and 100 is 4. So you have to divide the numerator also by 4 and the denominator also by 4. If you divide 48 by 4, you get 12 because 12 fours are is 48. And if you divide 100 by 4, you get 25. You can see 25 fourths are is 100 and you can also divide and see. So on reducing to lowest term, 48 by 100 changes to 12 by 25. Now can you divide 12 by 25 with any other number other than 1? 1 is the factor of every number. So other than 1, is there any number which can divide 12 also and 25 also? No. So you will keep the answer as it is because 12 is also, the numerator is also lesser than denominator. So you cannot change to mixed fraction. So the answer is 12 by 25. The reverse, converting fraction into decimals. Now, fractions in which the denominator is a factor of 10 or 100 or 1000 can easily be written as decimal. Convert the denominator into multiples of 10. To change into decimal, you have to convert the denominator into 10 or multiples of 10. Now here you can see the first example, convert 7 by 10 into decimal. We have seen just an example before. Number of zeros after 1 in the denominator decides the decimal. So here there is 1 0. So from the back you will put decimal after 1 digit. So you will put decimal before 7 here. Now the number will become 0.7. If there is no number before decimal, 7 is the single digit, there is no number before 7. So you will have to write 0 before the decimal because if there is no number, you will write 0 before decimal. So 7 by 10 can be written as 0.7. 1 0. So decimal, after decimal, there will be only one digit. Another example, convert 1 by 4 into decimals. Now here you can see the denominator is not 10 or multiples of 10. So how can you make it to 10 or multiples of 10? Anything you can multiply here to make a multiple of 10? Yes, you can multiply 4 into 25. If you multiply 4 with 25, you get 100. You know 25 fours are is 100. So if you multiply anything in the denominator, you have to multiply the same thing in the numerator also. So 4 into 25 if you are doing, you will have to do 1 into 25 also. So 1 into 25 is 25 and 4 into 25 is 100. So you get 25 by 100. So here you can see there are two zeros. So decimal after 2 place from the back. So you will put decimal before 25. So it will be 0.25 because there is no number before decimal. So you will put 0. So 1 by 4 in decimal form can be written as 0.25. Thank you, children. Keep practicing.